That's Detroit's shining beacon of hope.
Thanks for the help, Murphy.
I'm ready for you, Robo.
We're going to build a brand new city.
I'm afraid
where
not.
Detroit
Looks
now
like OCP
stands.
is really cutting costs.
Delta City is
God
the
knows what they'll
only
cut.
Hello,
hope
Murphy.
that we have.
Congratulations.
Hey.
I've seen your How do you feel about being acclaimed as a hero?
I serve the public trust.
No. Your sense of duty. I'm sure you cherish just like you're very
OC.
and how
It was cruel.
to everyone involved, I'm sure. Nevertheless, I see memories. He was as you can
I do not remember my family.
these
As
and now
did that.
what you need to especially I think I've got plenty to think about for now.
Yeah, just keep following the road.
But the road ends here.
What was that? Uh-oh, you're breaking up.
Am I? I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh my god, what a lemon.
You two seem to be enjoying yourselves.
Just having a little fun with our fellow dispatcher.
Don't worry, I'm sure the kid has a sense of humor. It's just a little blue hazing. And he's an open.
You're not going soft on us, are you, Murphy?
That did not sound like fun.
It's not like you didn't deserve it.
You know that he runs tobacco with a stack of papers every time you two talk, right? He's a rat.
We're just looking out for you, Murphy.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth...
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send RoboCop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch...
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with...
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to...
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're down...
Oh, the old man himself?
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for...
Enough! Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly...
RoboCop! Over here! You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume. The OCP puppet. I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make you the highlight. Judging by your expressive face, he hasn't talked to you about it yet, huh? That's what I feel. What a slimy bastard. Using your image to influence the good people of this city. And without... But, you know that I've always appreciated what you're doing for our city, right? So...
I will not let OCP take over.
I knew you'd understand. I need to go. Campaign season is busy, but let me leave you, whatever you do, make it clear that you are not siding with Mills. You can be sure that they'll twist your every word and use it against you. Thanks for the talk, RoboCop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
RoboCop is getting a face-to-face with the old man himself? I'd tell him all about how the OCP is fucking us over.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't say a word if you actually met him.
Why? Did you meet him?
Last year's Thanksgiving parade, I was part of a column delegated to protecting his dog.
What? How come this is the first time I'm hearing this?
Hey, Shiny.
Officer Ramirez,
Got-
licensed dog walker.
Shut up.
How are you feeling after the incident?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, there's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate
Should I assume hostility from the...
I assume you'll find sensitive data there. Look for it thoroughly. Tenement across the street from the arcade, apartment 12. And remember, if you won't take care of it, another cop will have to. Another cop that isn't quite as...
Smoking is dangerous.
I don't give a shit about either.
Then you must suffer the consequences.
No one in this country values independence.
You're late. Sorry, I had to take a bus. Freaking OCP robots destroyed my car during that bank robbery.
I hope Mills will win. I'm sick of Kuzak.
What do you mean, $1? It's $23.50.
Give me my money, you damn machine! Hey, this ATM won't give me my money! Can you do something about it?
I want to drive a 6000 SUX.
I'd buy that for $1.
Entering the fountain is strict.
But I'm not even fully in, just my feet.
But you will have to pay the...
This is so...
If Mills wins, we'll all be homeless.
Attempts to reproduce the last living blue-nosed platypus ended in failure after 2 remaining animals killed each other because of badly managed.
Littering.
It's an act of revenge. I was loyal and...
Trouble in a relationship.
What? I mean my boss. She fired me after all these years, so let everyone know the fraud her company is...
I cannot...
You are ju...
You are committing an act...
Yeah, did the guy from the poster send you?
Compliance. I have...
You...
Perhaps you have a hearing problem. The lady said no.
You're right. That is what she said, officer. I've got to check my hearing aid.
Thank you, Robo. That guy was giving me the creeps.
They're opening Delta City in a few weeks. Those people will need to clean their suits somewhere, and then the money will come pouring in.
I'll never stop enjoying this.
I'm just telling you, if they elect Kuzak, the guy will ruin the city for good.
I heard OCP is broke.
What, are you afraid you'll lose money on your stocks? I don't get why RoboCop supports Kuzak. I hear he's gonna turn Robo off when he wins.
Dude, I am so high, I can see RoboCop.
Go back to your room, sweetheart. It's just someone on the staircase.
So OCP is ordering you to break into the apartment of a reporter they don't like? Any comment before I write a story on that?
I am here to investigate domestic terrorism.
OCP sent you to my safe house because they want to know what I have on them after the bank incident.
I assume there is more if you cannot store everything here. I found a rental bill for a locker in a storage facility.
You metal-headed fuck! First you botched my investigation at the bank, and now that I dug up the data from another source, you show up again? Do you want to help OCP avoid liability?
Show me your evidence, and I will make the culprits regret their deeds.
So far, you're just making my road to the goal harder. It turns out I was right. That thing that OCP plans to do with charging residents of old Detroit with additional costs, it is a loophole. It will lead to the illegal expulsion of thousands of people if you help OCP silence me.
Explain.
Not so fast. I need to be able to trust you first. Especially after what you did at the bank. You showed that you were just OCP's tool.
What is it that you expect?
Since you're here, I fully expect someone from OCP to go and check my locker. I need to protect what's inside, but there's a meeting I need to keep an eye on. Too much depends on it.
I will not be involved in the smuggling of contraband.
There's nothing illegal about my request. I need only one box from there. The one with the inscription Bakery on the corner. The rest you can leave to OCP to pick up. I need to just spring clean my out-of-date documents anyway. Call me once you secure the box. Otherwise, burn in hell, OCP minion.
I hate the day shift.
Man, it's RoboCop.
So what? We're just sitting here enjoying the moment, nothing suspicious. Right off the start.
Shouldn't we give the fellas the signal?
We should just shut up and smile like the exemplary citizens that we are. Are you lost, officer? I can show you the exit if you want.
trouble with the lock?
Seems that I forgot the key, but,
You will tell your story at the station.
Are you sure you have enough seats in your car to take us all?
If you do not come quietly, I will not need any.
RoboCop is here!
like me? Are you a true environmentalist? Do you appreciate the majestic beauty of nature?
Well, well, well. Looks like Mr. Becker was right. You're up to something behind his back. These things are supposed to go to Mr. Becker, I reckon.
What will interest Becker is in locker number 17. The contents of this box are none of OCP's concern.
I'll have to tell Mr. Becker that you have not given us all the material.
I assure you that it will end up worse for you than for me.
So I'm guessing you have my stuff. Did OCP arrive at the party?
They tracked my location.
Because they trust you so much. Speaking of which, the box. What if I lied about it? Did you ever think of that? There may be a bomb inside or the head of my sworn enemy. Do you want to know what's inside?
No. The sound of your voice does not indicate that you are lying.
Just don't depend on your lie detector when you talk to politicians. In the box are my personal belongings. Letters, memorabilia, things that actually matter to me. When you become too tough to hit directly, the scum will try to get to you through your loved ones.
I understand.
So we have even more in common. Once OCP takes care of my old documents, I'll have the space to deal with the Delta City issue and help the people of Old Detroit. You've helped them already, though. Thank you. Ronnie's Grocery. Leave the box there.
I have Samantha's belongings.
Yes, I'm glad you're helping her. Without that girl, OCP would put us all on the street. Still might. They did a number on a lot of families, hers included. But that's not a story for me to tell. Anyway, leave the box.
Hey, you. The old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply... See, I grew up in this very apartment. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. I always dreamt of turning it into the most new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe?
I agree with all city improvement plans that have the citizens well...
Glad to know you approve. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and decay and death are terrible things. But I don't have to tell you, it really makes me wonder. Has the time you spent in...
The enhancements allow me to excel in...
Not only your actions, but your words confirm that you're the real reason I've summoned you. I'm aware of your instability problems. And that's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
I am happy to comply with any activity that...
You're a good sport. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I'm sure that becoming a liability is...
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me.
My partner has been severely wounded and is being...
I'll make sure she gets the best care there is.
Thank you.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope. Now, excuse me. I'm not supposed to exert my... Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
Holy shit! What was that?
RoboCop. Not such a piece of junk after all.
Hey, Murphy, are you done with the old man's tea party? Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
OCP wants to raise towers at Glass and Steel? Go ahead! Just not where we live.
Is that true? Mary has to close a restaurant?
2 words. Delta City.
Whoa. It's getting so cold. Luckily, the previous owner didn't need this jacket anymore. And it has no bullet holes.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
Has working with the police not made you change your ways?
I need to keep up appearances. Otherwise, I wouldn't be much use as an informer, now would I? Nah, tell me. What's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, or maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to...
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel, and I think everyone will sleep better once those butchers are taken care of.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe.
Are you positive that he escaped on the damaged motorcycle?
Not so much on it as with it. From what I gathered, the bike suffered more than just a dent. I'm guessing he must have dragged it to some nearby mechanic to get it back in shape. I think Ben's shop is the closest.
Thank you. You have given me...
I know you're busy, but there's something that...
I will not be involved in any illegal activity.
That's very presumptuous of you. I just need help finding a VHS tape in the rental place across the street. The title slipped my mind, and I assume you've got like a database or something in your head that'll make looking... So what do you say? Will you help me look for it?
If it helps you stay out of trouble...
Yeah, it'll solve all my problems.
What are you looking for?
So there's this movie about a guy with a gun, and there's this bad guy who wants something. I'm pretty sure the title has some biblical reference in it.
You lack vital information on the subject. Greetings, citizen.
RoboCop, good to see you. All my books are up to date. You're welcome to conduct the audit.
I am here in regards to a fugitive.
Oh, damn. What is wrong with this thing? I need to get that car down, or God knows what might happen. Can you help me out with this? It's new and I don't know where I put the manual.
Stand back.
Go on then. Let's see how it's done. I thought you knew how to bring that car down. Can't be that hard. It doesn't start. Pop the hood. So, do you know what the problem is?
Spark plugs are not the main culprit. There is no power. I detected an electric current inside the cooling tank. I recommend grounding it to fix the problem, but I am sure that you knew about that already.
What? I mean, I would never miss such a thing.
The coil has been disconnected.
That would explain the car not starting.
Battery is fine, stable, above 12 volts.
That's one thing checked off then. I'm guessing it's an easy fix. It started. We're on the money. Well done, RoboCop. You are one serious Swiss Army man.
I am best at catching criminals. I should get back to it.
You said earlier you were looking for someone.
A biker. Have you repaired any motorcycles recently?
As a matter of fact, I did. This big, chunky guy showed up. Bald head, big ears, and spiky beard. Wasn't really warm and cuddly, but he paid cash in advance. So why would I refuse?
Do you know the whereabouts of this individual?
I don't, but he asked me if I do paint jobs too. Then he asked me to spray a mean-looking bird onto his...
Why do you think the design was...
The page he handed me had other graphics, which were... And, as far as I remember, it had the address of a tattoo parlor that...
What was the design?
It was some sort of bird, but I don't know what it's called. I'm not a...
Thank you for the...
Okay, let's start searching. Remember, the title has something to do with the Bible, saints, cosmos, or whatever. Let's start by checking the thriller and drama sections.
Should we ask the owner?
Forget him. He has no idea about movies. He thinks that Salamanca deserved the Golden Piston for the Best Picture.
I heard that, and it did.
Kind Shepherd?
Love that one. You know, that movie could have never happened. The director threw out the script after reading a couple of pages. Thankfully, his wife picked it out of the trash, and after reading it, she forced her husband to give it another look.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Do we? I'm not so sure about that.
Alex Mёrfi was given a second chance.
But I mean, you really deserved it. Which is something I couldn't say about a lot of people. Anyway, I don't want to spoil the mood, but...
Garden of Earthly Delights?
Oh man, great movie. Very elegant. Panned by the director is a badass. He personally showed up to one of those ceremonies.
We do not need to bow to outside pressure.
Easier said than done, my man.
Do not give in to the pressure.
Are you pressuring me into not giving in to the pressure? That's smart. It's gonna work. I feel it. But let's get back to it, because that's not our tape.
Nothing in thriller or drama.
Okay, how about you check in the sci-fi and action section? I'll have a look at horror.
Eve's Flower.
Beautiful depiction of violence in that one.
Do you think violence can be beautiful?
It's just shown with a different sensibility to what we're used to. Maybe because the guy's European. You know how they are. It's different. It's cool is all I'm saying.
Recognizing beauty in something ugly is a unique feature.
Doesn't pay the bills, though. Then again, I don't have bills to pay anyway.
You know movies, there is value.
Yep. There's nothing but. We're
Celestial Decay.
Classic. Still waiting for a sequel. But the guy who did that one has never... But he said that if he ever did, he'd do a sequel to that one. How do you feel about that? Sequels, remakes, comic book adaptations, etc.
They give hope that there is more.
Yeah. Plus, you get to meet the characters you liked again. That's why I don't hate them. Anyway, risking to sound like a broke... Hey, I think I found it. I messed up the title a little. It's called Me, Sire, but here it is.
Isn't that the tape we're looking for?
Tape? What? What tape?
You like movies? Do you want to shoot an action movie?
I think I'll wait till it comes out on VHS.
Lights, camera, action!
Crap! Crap! I need a hand over here!
Do you need assistance?
First, I hear a bunch of movie puns, and then everyone starts shooting. It all happens so fast.
Where is Pickles?
He ran out the back door.
Where will I find him?
I don't know. But homeless or not, you still have to give an address to get a membership card. Try the computer. Maybe you'll find some... pay for all this?
You're all right.
Talk.
I overheard some torchheads saying that they were running away from the cops and went through that video store. They had a wad of drug money on them and didn't want the cops taking it, so they hid it in one of the VHS cases. I misheard the title, so I needed help.
That is not the kind of help I was willing to provide.
Come on, give me a break. I fucked up, I know. And I get that you're on a mission to save my life or something. With all that great advice of yours, just don't give in to pressure. That's a stellar one, dude, but excuse me if I don't comply, all right? There's just one thing that I need right now.
Which is?
All I need right now is a fix. So, let me keep the money. You won't hear me asking about anything else.
Are you asking a police officer to leave you with money from nuke distribution?
I know you're a police officer first, but can't you be a friend this one fucking time?
Тяжелый выбор.
I will leave the money with you, if you spend it wisely.
That's cold-blooded, man. But thanks anyway. You're my savior, Tin Man. But what do I do with the money that I'm not supposed to spend on drugs? Like, what's the point?